Elvis Presley, known worldwide as the king of rock and roll, was more than just a music icon. He was a cultural phenomenon whose influence transcended generations. With a voice that could croon a soulful ballad one moment and belt out a rock anthem the next, Elvis captivated audiences like no other. However, as the years went by, the world began to notice troubling signs. Elvis's once vibrant health seemed to be waning. His final days were shrouded in mystery and speculation, with fans and critics alike wondering what had happened to the man who once commanded the stage with such electrifying energy. Whispers about his declining health, particularly the state of his legendary voice, fueled intense curiosity. What truly happened in those last moments of his career? Today, we delve into the medical reports and statements from those who were closest to him during that time, revealing shocking truths about the deterioration, or preservation, of Elvis's voice in his final days. Number 5. The legend of Elvis's voice. Elvis Presley's voice was nothing short of extraordinary, a gift that set him apart from every other artist of his time and cemented his status as the king of rock and roll. From the moment he first stepped onto the scene, it was clear that his voice was something special, a rare blend of power, emotion, and versatility that resonated deeply with audiences across the globe. His vocal ability was not confined to one genre. Rather, he effortlessly moved between styles, making each his own. Whether he was crooning a tender love ballad or belting out a raucous rock anthem, Elvis's voice captured the essence of each song, delivering performances that were both technically impressive and emotionally compelling. His voice was a reflection of his personality, larger than life, full of passion, and undeniably charismatic. It was this unique sound that propelled him to stardom and made him a cultural icon, influencing countless artists and shaping the future of music. One of the most remarkable aspects of Elvis's voice was its incredible range and adaptability. He could reach the deep, resonant lows of a baritone and just as easily soar to the higher registers of a tenor, showcasing a vocal flexibility that was almost unmatched. This wide range allowed him to explore different musical landscapes, blending the soulful depth of gospel with the rhythmic intensity of blues, all while infusing his signature rock and roll energy. His style was uniquely his own, an innovative fusion of genres that defied categorization and set new standards in the music industry. Despite the various challenges he faced throughout his career, including personal struggles and the physical toll of relentless touring, Elvis's voice remained a powerful and enduring force. Even in his later years, when many speculated about his declining health, his vocal performances continued to captivate audiences, proving that his voice was not just an instrument, but a legacy that would endure far beyond his time. Number 4. The decline in health. In the years leading up to his tragic death, Elvis Presley's health began a noticeable decline, casting a shadow over the vibrant image of the king of rock and roll that the world had come to know and love. The physical demands of his grueling tour schedule, coupled with the pressures of maintaining his status as a global icon, began to take a significant toll on his body. By the mid-1970s, Elvis was visibly struggling with weight gain, a stark contrast to the lean, energetic performer who had once dazzled audiences with his electrifying moves. This weight gain was not merely a cosmetic issue, but a symptom of deeper, more troubling health problems. Elvis had developed a dependency on prescription medications, a factor that exacerbated his physical and mental health issues. The combination of these drugs, used to manage pain, anxiety, and insomnia, created a vicious cycle that further deteriorated his condition. His once legendary stamina was fading, and the man who had once commanded the stage with boundless energy now appeared tired and frail, a mere shadow of his former self. As Elvis's health continued to decline, speculation grew about the impact these issues were having on his most prized asset, his voice. Fans and critics alike began to wonder if the king's iconic voice was suffering under the weight of his mounting health problems. The drug dependency, in particular, raised concerns about how it might be affecting his vocal cords and overall performance ability. Medications intended to relieve pain and stress often had side effects that could impair vocal quality, leading to dryness, reduced range, and a loss of control, issues that could have been devastating for a performer like Elvis. Moreover, his significant weight gain posed its own challenges, potentially affecting his breath control and stamina, which are crucial for sustaining powerful vocal performances. Despite these visible struggles, Elvis continued to perform, but the question lingered. Was the voice that had once defined a generation now in decline, just as his health was? These concerns would remain unanswered until the revelations from those who were closest to him in his final days began to shed light on the true state of Elvis's voice as his life drew to a close. Number 3. The final performances. In the final years of his life, Elvis Presley continued to take to the stage, determined to perform despite the toll that time and health issues were clearly taking on him. Some of his last live performances, while tinged with the poignancy of his declining physical condition, still held moments of the brilliance that had made him a legend. One of the most notable of these was his 1977 concert in Rapid City, South Dakota, where he performed the hauntingly beautiful Unchained Melody. Even though Elvis appeared visibly tired and struggled with some of the physical demands of the performance, his voice, in that moment, still conveyed an emotional depth and power that left the audience spellbound. Another significant performance was his rendition of My Way, which seemed almost prophetic as he sang with a raw, reflective intensity that resonated with both fans and critics. These performances highlighted a complex interplay between the man struggling with his health and the enduring power of his voice, which, despite its evident wear, could still capture the essence of a song and the hearts of those who heard it. However, the reactions to these final performances were mixed, reflecting the conflicting emotions of those who witnessed the end of an era. Fans who adored Elvis were often moved by his tenacity, seeing his willingness to continue performing as a testament to his dedication and love for his audience. To them, the occasional vocal strain or missed note was a minor detail compared to the sheer force of his presence on stage. Critics, on the other hand, were more divided. Some praised the emotional authenticity of his later performances, noting that even as his physical condition deteriorated, Elvis's voice could still deliver moments of profound beauty and power. Others, however, could not ignore the signs of decline, pointing out the reduced vocal range, the occasional lapses in breath control, and the overall sense that the king was no longer at the height of his powers. These differing perspectives underscored the bittersweet nature of Elvis's final performances, a blend of lingering brilliance and the unavoidable reality of his fading health. In these last shows, Elvis's voice became a symbol of his enduring legacy, powerful yet fragile, echoing the struggles of the man behind the music. Number 2. What the doctors revealed. As Elvis Presley's final days approached, the focus increasingly shifted from the stage to the medical realities that were rapidly closing in on the legendary performer. Behind the scenes, Elvis's doctors were acutely aware of the serious health issues he was facing, issues that were far more complex and life-threatening than the public fully realized at the time. The medical perspective on Elvis's condition, particularly in the last months of his life, paints a sobering picture of a man whose body was struggling under the immense strain of years of physical and emotional pressures. Dr. George Nichopoulos, Elvis's personal physician, was one of the key figures during this period, and his observations have provided critical insights into the severity of Elvis's health decline. According to Dr. Nichopoulos, Elvis was dealing with a myriad of ailments, including chronic pain, high blood pressure, liver damage, and severe constipation, all of which were compounded by his reliance on a cocktail of prescription medications. These issues, coupled with his significant weight gain, created a perfect storm that ultimately overwhelmed his once robust constitution. Official medical reports and statements made by Elvis's physicians reveal a clear picture of how these health challenges impacted not only his overall well-being, but also his most valuable asset, his voice. Dr. Nikopoulos and other medical professionals who attended to Elvis noted that the medications he was taking, particularly the sedatives and painkillers, could have had a detrimental effect on his vocal cords. These drugs often caused dryness in the throat, reduced breath control, and general vocal fatigue, all of which could compromise the clarity and power of his singing. Additionally, the stress on his cardiovascular system and the decreased lung capacity from his weight gain would have further limited his ability to perform at his usual standard. Despite these challenges, Elvis continued to sing, a testament to his unwavering dedication to his craft. However, the doctor's insights make it clear that his voice, while still capable of moments of greatness, was inevitably affected by the deterioration of his health. This medical perspective provides a poignant context to his final performances, offering a deeper understanding of the immense effort it took for Elvis to continue sharing his gift with the world, even as his body was failing him. Number 1. The legacy of his voice. Despite the health issues that plagued Elvis Presley in his final years, the lasting impact of his voice remains undiminished, a testament to the extraordinary talent that captivated millions and continues to resonate today. Elvis's voice was more than just a vehicle for his music. It was the embodiment of a new era in entertainment, a sound that broke barriers and brought rock and roll into the mainstream. Even as his health declined, the power and emotion in his voice never truly faded, leaving an indelible mark on the hearts of his fans and the fabric of popular music. The very struggles he faced added a layer of depth and poignancy to his later performances, imbuing his voice with a raw authenticity that only made it more compelling. This enduring quality has ensured that Elvis's voice remains a benchmark for vocal excellence, celebrated not just for its technical prowess, but for the deep emotional connection it forged with listeners. Today, Elvis's voice is remembered as one of the most distinctive and influential in the history of music. It has inspired countless artists across various genres, from rock and country to pop and gospel, who have sought to capture even a fraction of the passion and intensity that Elvis brought to his performances. His ability to convey emotion through song continues to serve as a masterclass for vocalists, with many citing Elvis as a key influence in their development as artists. Posthumously, his vocal talent has been the subject of extensive analysis, with music historians and vocal experts often dissecting his unique style, range, and technique to understand what made his voice so extraordinary. Tributes to his vocal legacy are abundant, from reissues of his classic recordings to documentaries and concerts dedicated to his memory. These tributes not only celebrate the unparalleled impact Elvis had during his lifetime, but also reaffirm the timeless quality of his voice, a voice that, despite the challenges he faced, remains as vibrant and powerful today as it was at the height of his career. In this video, we've explored the profound journey of Elvis Presley's voice, from its rise as a defining force in rock and roll to the poignant challenges it faced in his final days. We've delved into the health issues that threatened to silence the king, examined his last performances where his voice still managed to shine, and uncovered the insights of his doctors who witnessed the toll these challenges took on his vocal prowess. Despite these struggles, the legacy of Elvis's voice endures, a powerful testament to his unwavering talent and passion. The mystery of how his voice could remain so impactful, even as his health waned, only deepens the reverence for the man behind the music. As we reflect on this, we invite you to share your thoughts in the comments. What do you believe kept Elvis's voice so enduring? And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the lives and legacies of music legends like Elvis Presley.